I think about the trial concerning the death of Emmett Till back in 1955, how two white men went in there and kidnapped him all over an accusation of a white woman and took him to this barn and beat him till his face was unrecognizable. And after they killed him, they threw him off the side of the ravine. Poor kid didn't have a chance. And the world got to see when they had an open casket showing what had happened. The trial that happened acquitted the white man, even though all the evidence showed they did it. But later on, they gave interviews, even the woman, and they testified that they in fact had killed that child and lied on it. And this has been the history of white arrogance and white supremacy. Over and over again, they do their evil and they get away with it with all white juries. The Hamitic line of people, which are where black people came from, they tried to say was cursed. The Bible never said that. The first rulerships came from the Hamitic line of people, where black people come from. Nimrod was the first ruler who established kingdoms. Egypt was the first world empire established by those of Hamitic descent black folks. When Europeans came upon Egyptian archaeology artifacts, they were trying to brighten them up, tamper with them, to try to make people think that black people were not associated with the Egyptian empire. All men do what God created them to do. They are imitators of God. They invent, they make, they produce. That's just how he made them. See, a Christian has to maintain honor for all men. You can't do that if you're racist. Imagine if the United States was divided in half. Those that don't adopt 1 Peter 2:17, having honor for all men, on one side of the country, and another that do respect and honor all men on the other side of the country. Well, the one side that doesn't honor all men, they're going to devour one another based on Galatians 5:15. They're going to eat at one another. They're going to tear up each other. So when we look at this MAGA crowd, they want to make America great again. They want to go back to the days of Emmett Till. They want to go back to the days where they could lynch black people anytime they want to and do all kind of evil and then get a pardon. But Liberation Day is coming for the Hamitic people and for all people that honor all men and who stick to the word of God. When Matthew 24:30 is fulfilled, when that sign appears in the sky, one side will be beating themselves in lamentation, the other side will be lifting up their heads because their deliverance is near. And that's what God promises. Once he gives Jesus a signal, Jesus is going to send his angels to uproot them by the roots and burn them in the fire. Yes, what Jesus said, the ones that exalt themselves, Jesus said they must be humiliated. They're going to be talking about, Lord, Lord, I thought it was once saved, always saved. They're going to find out you thought wrong. Because there will be no allowance for those who do not have honor to cross the border and get into salvation with those who do honor all men.